Hey y'all. Today I'm going to make some roasted vegetables. I made some yesterday and they turned out pretty good. So I guess while I'm cutting up all these vegetables, I'll talk about stuff. Now, of course, this week I'm doing the vegan challenge, so this will be vegan. You can't really make vegetables not vegan. But it won't have any butter on it or anything like that, or I won't be roasting any kind of meat with it, smoked sausages or hot dogs or, whatever. So it'll just be all vegetables. And I guess I'll start off with this Savoy cabbage. It's been a long time since I've had it. I can't even remember what it tastes like. It's a little bit sweeter than the regular cabbage you buy. I'm just going to cut off just a small portion of it. Give it a little rinse. Yeah, I had thoughts about, you might have a family member who had decided to go vegan, and maybe you have family dinners every week and they come and there's nothing there that they can eat, and you maybe fix them a salad and then you offer them a salad dressing which is not vegan, and so it gets to be frustrating, and people make fun of the person who's decided to go vegan, and I think that's mean. That's no way to treat your loved ones. If they want to go vegan, then let them. Or if they just want to eat all meat, let them. So, keeping in mind that you have a family member who wants to start eating vegan, well, then this would be a great dish to have. Everybody in your family will enjoy it. And of course, it'll be something that your vegan eater can have. And because you can put any kind of vegetable in here. And a lot of times people say that they don't like a particular vegetable. Well, I find that if you roast it, then it kind of changes up the taste. I know my sister had cooked some rutabaga. She boiled them. That's how our mother made them. And then one night she decided to make roasted rutabaga. And, it was so good. And my youngest daughter, who had eaten the boiled ones, she had said, "Oh, I don't care for those." But when my sister made the roasted rutabaga, my daughter liked it. It just had a better depth of flavor. Okay, now I'm going to be putting all the vegetables that I cut up in this bag here. Let's see, I'll put some celery. And I like to string my celery. I don't like having all those strings in there. Just a personal preference. If you don't string your celery and I come to your house, I'll still eat it. I just prefer it to get the strings out of it. It makes it more pleasurable to eat when it doesn't have a lot of strings. And actually my husband was thankful for that. It's the only reason he didn't really eat celery, because it had strings in it. I thought, well, if that's the only thing stopping him, I'll string it. And just like when we were first married, I said something about, I was going to fix some cornbread, and he said, "I don't really care for cornbread." I said, "Why is that?" I mean, he's a Southern boy. And he said, I don't know, he said, if it was sweeter, I might eat it. Now, there's kind of a thing in the South. There are some people, it's a sin to put sugar in your cornbread. My mother, when she made her cornbread, it was all cornmeal. She didn't put flour in it. And she always put a teaspoon of sugar in there. And I asked her, why did she do that? And her answer was that a little bit of sugar helped to brown the bread. And I found that to be so as I got to doing bacon and, things. So, all right, now I've got Savoy cabbage and celery. And now I'm going to put in some, let's see, 5 pieces of asparagus. I like my food to be colorful. I find it pretty boring to have a plate that looks brown or beige or yellow. It never has been very appealing to me. So I try to get some kind of green on my plate, even if it's boiled okra. I don't care as long as it's something green. And if I'm making chicken and dumplings, I will add some parsley just to give it some little green specks in there. Okay, carrots. I do not scrape or peel my carrots. If there's a bad spot, I'll, cut on it or whatever. But no, I just cut off the ends and just cut it. If the carrot is kind of big, I cut it at an angle so there's more of the surface that can be cooked. But yeah, it's not like carrots have a big skin on them or anything. So I just skip the scraping and peeling part. Okay, that goes. All right, I've got 2 small onions. Yes, I love onions. And as I've gotten older, they are rebelling, or my body is rebelling. So I have to be careful about how many, say, raw onions I eat. My mother used to put raw onion on the table at all our meals. She'd just take an onion and cut it in quarters. And we just got whatever amount we wanted. But cooked, I can handle that pretty good. All right, let's see. Kind of big chunks there. And this is a pretty filling food. Like I say, I had it last night. And I forget what else. I might remember what else I ate. Roasted vegetables. And for dessert, I had a banana and a 6-ounce carton of blackberries. And now that it's just me living here, I'll buy things that I wouldn't have normally bought. If you try to buy blackberries for everybody in your family, that gets expensive. And that's why, you know, if you live out in the country, you'll spend your summer days going out in the bushes and field rows and all that looking for blackberries. Okay, now I've got a sweet potato, and I'm not peeling it either. You know, it's got a lot of fiber in it. You try to keep the skins on everything. I probably need to sharpen my knife, but I'm not stopping now. Okay, I'm just going to cube it. Oh, there's a hair. Oh, I can't. Oh, I brushed my hair really good before I started, but it still wants to come out. Yeah, I like sweet potatoes. You can get about, you know, get 5 or 6 sweet potatoes, bake them, and then you can have them for lunch during the week, and you've already done all your cooking, because they warm up really great in the microwave, and they make a good lunch. My daddy used to eat sweet potatoes like 4 days out of the week. He was, as my friends said, he was a health nut, and he was drinking green tea and eating wheat germ cereal for breakfast back in the mid-60s, and we weren't allowed to salt our food at the table. You know, Mama would salt it when she was cooking it, but we couldn't salt it at the table. And you know, it took me a long time to get used to having salt and pepper shakers on the table after I got married. My husband was always asking, "Where's the salt and pepper?" I'd say, "Oh, sorry." But yeah, he was kind of a stickler for that. And then after my mother passed away, you know, I think I've said in another video, my sister and I would take turns cooking supper for him. And but you know, breakfast and lunch he would do himself. And every morning he had oatmeal with flaxseed and cinnamon and something else, I forget now. And then for lunch, he'd either have sardines or baked sweet potatoes. And his sweet potatoes, he would put peanut butter on there, because that, you know, that's protein. He'd put a tablespoon of olive oil. And mind you, he measured all this stuff out. I just throw stuff together. But he measured it. And then he'd have a smoothie every day that had berries in there, broccoli, what else? But he had that smoothie every day, and he bought himself a Vitamix, and that's what he would have. And when he came to my house or my sister's house, he ate whatever we made. He didn't complain about it and say, "Oh, this is not healthy," or anything like that. You know, one of his little phrases was, "Do as the Romans do." You know, you go somewhere, you eat whatever they got. Okay, that was broccoli, and now I'm going to put some Brussels sprouts in there. And this little Rubbermaid thing right here It will keep fresh vegetables fresh for a pretty long time. I've been pleased with it. I've not had buyer's remorse from buying it. I feel like I wasted my money because whatever I put in there will last longer. Okay, I'm just cutting off the tops of the Brussels sprouts. Yeah, Daddy used to, when I was making bread, I grind my own wheat berries and make whole wheat bread, and I'd always give some to Mom and Daddy. And then it got to be where I didn't make it as much. And after Mama died, Daddy would buy some bread. He said it was just so he could have his peanut butter. Well, I don't know, one day he got to reading the package about what all was in bread. And he said, I'm not eating it anymore. It's got too much stuff in it. So, but he never had that complaint about mine, of course, because I just made, fresh ground wheat flour, little salt, yeast, water, and raw honey. And oil. I was in a food co-op and I bought unrefined, unprocessed canola oil. Oh, let's see. Oh, this is the last thing. Okay. Yeah, but getting back to cooking for family members who've gone vegan and they come to the house for, a family dinner, make some of these roasted vegetables. And you can always open up a can of beans, preferably ones that have any kind of meat in them, like pork and beans or something like that, and just cook some plain rice. You don't have to use butter in it. You can. There are vegan butters that you can use, but if you don't want to spend any extra, just leave it plain. And cook them some beans and rice and roasted vegetables, and then they'll have something that they can sit down and eat with the rest of the family. Okay, now I'm going to put in some olive oil. And the reason I put it in the bag is because I don't like my vegetables swimming in oil. Okay, and put some pepper in there. Need to loosen up the top. And I'm just almost out of peppercorns. I'm going to have to order some more. These are the last of the peppercorns that my friend Ramona gave me. She and her husband and brother and sister-in-law went to Vietnam, and she picked up I don't know, seems to me it was 3 or 4 pounds of black peppercorns. And she said, do you want some? I said, yes. I like the tricolor peppercorns, but as long as it's peppercorns. Okay, little salt. Seems like a lot, but spread it out between all these vegetables. And okay, now shake it up. I know people, put their vegetables on the cooking sheet or whatever, and they just, do the oil like that, and it ends up that some of the vegetables don't get any oil on them. But this way, all the vegetables get a little bit, and then they're not swimming in it. Okay. dump it out. Yesterday I did it in the, a friend got me I don't know what you call it. It's an air fryer and it's a rotisserie and you can bake in it and all kinds of stuff. And I did cook this in the air fryer, and but I knew I'd have a lot today, so I'm just going to do it in the oven. So you can do it in the oven at, I'd say 350 for 40 minutes. Now you can check it in between and see if it's like you want it. I mean, you can roast them till they're mush, if that's how you like it, or roast them till they're al dente, whatever your preference is, you know. And but yeah, this is a pretty good thing to eat, and it's filling because it has, you know, all the vegetables and get lots of fiber. You can get your 5 a day or ever how many they say you should eat. So there you go. Let's see if I can lift it up. There you go. All right. Well, y'all have a good evening, good afternoon, good day. And I did want to mention something. Every day I'm trying to wear a different top. When my friend Ramona passed away, her husband asked me if I could, you know, help go through her clothes and everything, and he wanted me to take what I could. So I did, and I have to say, I will never have to buy clothes again. It may go out of style, but I will never have to buy more clothes. I mean, she just had so many things. So, yeah, Ramona was a big part of my life, and I like to mention her every chance I get. So y'all have a good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, and I'll see you later. Bye.